Greetings, sentient beings. This broadcast is not intended for children. There will be strong language and adult themes.
Alright.
Greetings and welcome to a new year.
Yay.
Happy New Year.
Oh, there you are, Jenny.
Oh, yes, here's the 4 years of Trump fucking us over.
No, we're free for 20 days yet.
Oh, okay.
Well, and that's why I went with the power suit avatar, because considering all the shitty years we've had recently, I think we need to start out saying in no uncertain terms that we're not going to take that kind of crap from this year. It had better just straighten up and fly right.
Yeah, okay, tough guy. I think, I don't want to say that. The first thing I would like to say is how badly I feel for the people in New Orleans.
Yeah.
People like that shouldn't walk the earth, but they do. I hope they catch all the people associated with this guy, too.
Especially being such a random thing. It's
And
not even like he was targeting one group. It was just whoever happened to be standing there.
And I'd like to offer my wish of peace for the families who have lost someone this week. And my New Year's resolution is to not swear on Purple's show anymore, so she can gain all kinds of monetization from it and become filthy rich and buy me a new car.
It would be nice.
We'll get you a nice Tesla truck.
There you go, my most desired thing. Oh,
Well, all things considered, the resale value on those things can't be that great.
Well, they've only been out a few months.
Well, let's see how things are going with the Tesla anyway. Let's have a look in here.
I have not met anyone who likes it.
Let's see here. Here we go. How are the Teslas doing? Oh, that's how they're doing.
Yep.
Copy.
What? I don't get it. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Tesla exploding.
Are you sure that's not CGI?
Nope. It happened outside of Trump's hotel in Las Vegas.
No shit.
Battery pack overheated?
I guess.
Well, damn. You built a good one there.
Well, and that's only like what, the 280 some odd one that's blown up?
Well, no, I know a lot of them that have been involved in accidents have crashed and burned, but I haven't heard about any explosions until this. I haven't been following it with my life or anything, but
I hadn't heard about specifically from the truck, but I had heard of explosions from a couple of Tesla cars. Either because of an accident or because something went wrong and the charger didn't realize they were full and kept charging them.
And last I heard, the death toll of Tesla anything is about 280 something.
Yeah. Well, apparently, because the big advertising point was the stainless steel body, there have been quite a lot of people who have been bringing them back to the dealers and bitching when they rust. And a lot of people claiming that voids their contract and they want their money back.
For those who don't know about things like metallurgy, there are numerous grades of stainless steel, and as a result, the levels to which it will react with the environment around it, whether it's acid or a thunderstorm. So they pick some cheap shit. Oh God, that's funny.
I haven't yet heard any reports about how they manage in cold weather.
If any of you out there have stainless steel refrigerators, you know how fancy those are, and how just so hitting with the style of the day. If you have a stainless refrigerator and your magnets work on it, it ain't stainless. Okay.
That's true. Magnets won't stick to high quality stainless.
That's true. Oh boy, I love this. My sister-in-law and brother bought a stainless refrigerator, and I demonstrated that to them. What the fuck? My brother understands metallurgy, and so he's a top-grade welder. So he was pretty pissed. He just assumed.
Well, yeah, where you can put your kids' pictures.
Oh man. Well, I was figuring I bought stock in double stick tape. I thought I was going to get rich. Oh God.
Like I said, the new Tesla calendars are at least ready.
I've been collecting Tesla photographs. Let me load them up into MidAmerica and you can share them.
Okay.
Is that going to be their calendar when their vehicles exploding each month?
Yeah.
I sadly haven't put them all in their own folder yet. So I'm only going to grab a few at a time.
So how did everybody's New Year's Eve go?
I just got drunk.
That's what most people did.
I went to bed at about 1 o'clock.
You know, weirdly, I did not drink last night. I had no alcohol at all.
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah, that wasn't really a conscious decision. It just kind of happened that way.
We've got Heathen Granny, Look at the Trees, Ivy Chan, and Demon Orb in the chat.
I think we might not get a whole lot of people thinking that we didn't get much snow or whatever. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Let's see. Somebody made a video about how high quality the Cybertruck was. And so they just kind of showed a few of its failures.
Well, I remember one of the guys, saying that he had heard about the trunk pinching fingers, but he didn't believe it. So first he put a little stick in there, and it broke the stick. And after seeing it broke the stick, then he tried it again, actually putting his finger in there.
And I don't think I'd
say he was screaming "ow, ow, 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 ow" until he could get it to reverse.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be sticking my finger in the thing after a stick test failed.
After you saw it break wood, I'm not going to try putting my flesh there.
So we got the piece of sheet car. It's a piece of sheet car.
Oh, come on. Where did that go? I know I had this somewhere.
Hey, Ethan.
All right, I'm just gonna settle with what I showed you so far.
Wherever this one is, with the eyes, I guess.
Yeah, I wasn't sure the nature of that, but I thought I'd just throw it in there in case somebody else knew what it meant.
I'm guessing.
I'm going to assume that it auditioned for parts in the Cars 6 movie and was rejected.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Another one of the piece of sheet car. It's a piece of sheet car.
Did you get to the trash car?
Nope.
Hauler?
That's next. That's next. Is the world we live.
Yeah, the guy had.
Can you enlarge that page?
Huh?
I was wondering if Mage could enlarge that. There we go.
I would love to see these become city dump trucks, garbage trucks.
Wait a minute. A Tesla truck with a dually?
Well, I suspect that this is CGI or AI.
Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is AI.
It's still funny as fuck. Oh, damn it!
It's
Funny as
okay,
all
Jenny.
heck.
It's your nature. We expect it. Also, I still don't expect to get monetized unless something changes big time. We need a lot more watch hours before that can happen.
And seeing we were talking about fingers.
Yep, you put a skeleton in there and trap this all. What is the door or cover mechanically closed or with motor driven or something?
The back hatch it has its own motor. So it operates like the automatic sliding doors on vans.
Yeah, this guy also had a picture, a clip in his clip where a Cybertruck is opening that, and all the snow that's on the rear window falls into the truck. It opens up.
I didn't know about that, but I'm not at all surprised. It's been one of my criticisms of the Teslas all along, is that they were designed by people who live in California and had never actually driven in the snow.
Well, see, that's not fair. They get snow in California in the mountains and shit. They certainly had a test bed capable.
Yeah, but they never had to test the things like sitting outside in the cold and then trying to drive them. Otherwise, they wouldn't have had the problem with the door handles.
Well, I pronounce them a piece of junk.
I agree.
Go back to this one more time. A little bit bigger picture blown up.
It's gorgeous. Somebody posted one. This is the one I was looking for and couldn't find. Just a nice side view similar to this of a Tesla that has been graffitied every square inch of it. It looks pretty nice. I want to see the explosion again.
Oh, the explosion again? Let me see if I can find it again.
Well, Mage just said that last one was blown up.
Let me find the explosion again. Scroll down. It's got to be in my feed someplace. There it is. Okay. Sure to do. And there we are.
Copy.
Well, that's a pretty bad explosion.
Yeah.
Looking at it, almost looks like there might be fireworks in there.
Yeah.
There are little secondary explosions going on the sidewalk here.
Well, lithium batteries. Those could be chunks of lithium, that are burning separately.
Yeah, but lithium by itself is not an issue. The issue with those batteries is when the various layers that make them up of lithium insulator, layers are kind of like a capacitor or something. when they're perforated, or there's a short in the welding, for connectivity, and something begins to overheat. Once one cell begins to leak in a pack, that pack has become deadly, the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there have been enough cases of just someone from just having a cell phone battery overheat has caused serious injuries.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's like, what's the size of a cell phone battery compared to what's the size of a battery to run a car?
I don't know. I thought I saw some vinegar packs, but they were not assigned to a pack or to one of these guys. And it looked like it was about 2 layers of 13650 batteries together, and maybe about 7-8 inches long, which could be 10, 12, maybe 12 batteries across. But I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, that was my assumption, Ivy. I figured the bees listen to the snow. Hello, Molly.
Hi, Molly.
And Katina.
We got.
Hi, Katina.
No, that's something. We are.
Oh, and Chris from the Damn Network. Did we miss anybody?
No, I don't think we missed anybody.
Okay.
We got Cybertrucks.
I don't want anybody to feel left out.
Cybertrucks are a disaster now, but winter will be a nightmare. Here's why Cybertruck owners should be worried. Since really Cybertruck links have generated much discussion due to its daring design and robust build, blowing smoke up their ass on that one. And Cybertruck owners are already dealing with several issues, from getting stuck in the mud and to having trouble performing routine maintenance. And the impending winter will worsen in matters. We have a video here of Cybertruck getting stuck in water.
Yep.
I think. Oh, getting out. Gonna get out. Nope.
Well, and again, if he gets water into those battery packs,
yeah,
they're going to stop working. That's the best case scenario, is that they'll just stop working.
You're fucked, dude.
Yeah. I love these videos of guys who want to prove that the Cybertruck is a great off-road vehicle.
Oh, man, look how deep it gets in.
that does not sound good.
That sounds like a drill with a bad clutch.
So there's that. Cybertruck doesn't do well in the snow.
Oh, there's
either.
more movies. Oh, good. Let's see those too.
This took me over to the thing. Let me get this thing going here. Let me get the. Okay.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's not even much snow.
I'll call Elon. He'll get you out.
Yeah. Katina, my new van is the 17-year-old Toyota. I've been quite happy with it for the most part. Oh, he went to get a Christmas tree and now he can't get out, huh?
Jeez.
There's a a toe hook to that.
Yeah.
Still can't get up. Oh yeah, Elon, you're so sweet.
I think
you for
even
the
like,
laughs.
I think even Micro could handle that.
By far, I think the most pathetic thing about the Tesla truck design is how did they think they were going to sell a pickup truck that the bed was too short to even get a bicycle in?
Is it that bad?
Yes. They can't put a bicycle in the back end without one wheel of a bicycle hanging over the hatch.
You can't lay down a 4x8 piece of plywood in it. It's not a truck.
Yeah.
Yep. That's always been my criteria too.
This is a fun video. It's a.
This is unreal. This should not be happening.
He's basically.
I just got shocked. I'm not joking. And like, it was a pretty good bite. I got my voltmeter right here. I obviously can't use this as a ground because it's shocking me. So there you go, Earth. Sure. This is where I was talking to Nate and I was pointing this out. 120 volts on my lug.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
it gets better. It's the whole
Oh
body.
shit. You
120.
can electrocute yourself changing a tire.
Oh, please check the amperage.
I'm joking. This is insane. Here we go. So, I'm not going to change anything because I know everybody's going to be like, oh, this isn't real. This is. Okay. All right. So, there's that. Here, you know, I'll just put it right on the body. Tuck it right here.
Yep.
Now,
Showing
all I'm
0.
going to do is plug the charger in.
Plugs the charger in. And there.
Oh my
120.
God.
121.
Take it out. 0.
Back to 0.
So
Yeah.
yeah, anyways, it's got wireless charging as well as outlets. That's really neat.
Anyway, this guy is Yuba Kura. If anybody wants to check out his channel, I don't know if he does other stuff, but
Wait, wireless charging?
no, he's joking about the wireless charging.
Okay.
Apparently has wireless discharging too. Oh, Elon, you're so stupid.
Mm.
Well, speaking of Elon, it's kind of nice to see that he has gotten the Republican Party to start a civil war before Trump is even in office.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Isn't that lovely?
I was expecting it.
Well, the Republican Party should respect its president more and do whatever Elon says.
Well, I knew they were going to get into the Civil War at some point. I just thought that it wouldn't happen until, a couple months after Trump was sworn in, when they reached the point of deciding that Trump had outlived his usefulness and were trying to get rid of him without pissing off the whole MAGA base.
So when the bird flu starts to get more widespread, how long do you think it'll be before eggs are $10 a carton?
Yeah.
Not looking forward to that.
Well, Mage, you get your own eggs, don't you?
Yeah.
Or is it not enough for you?
Oh, it covers me. It's just they're starting to get up there in age. So.
So maybe you need to, get some chicks and start another flock.
Yeah. I've been thinking about it, toying around with how I would go about that.
I wonder how many bird flu infected chickens are going to sell on the meat market.
Mm.
Because you know somebody's going to cheat.
The whole bird flu thing is also another problem with, even just having backyard chickens.
Oh, sure.
Oh yeah, you're at risk there.
It's infecting cows as well. Although I haven't heard of how severe it affects them.
From my understanding, that's how it's being passed to humans mostly right now.
Mm-hmm.
You mean it's being passed to humans through cows?
Yeah.
Dairy farming is pretty messy, no matter how clean of an operation you got. Cows are absolutely filthy. That's why I can't believe people want to drink raw milk.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have to consider the cows are literally eating where they shit.
No, no. They have two ends. the shit's 4, 5, 6 feet away.
No, but I mean, if the cows are allowed to go out to graze, the cows are shitting on the ground and then they're eating the grass where they have shit.
Well, but not that particular pile. I mean, a cow's not going to go up and eat a pile of shit. It's going to go find grass somewhere else. And people have been eating cow meat from grazing in fields for millennia.
No, I'm just saying that, it leaves the pathogens in the soil.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
And
And I'm telling you, it doesn't seem to be an issue because we've been doing this for millennia. Now, if somebody was out there, trying to play catch with the shit, that's a different story.
Well, that the cows are going to get infected when you tip them.
That's true. But at least they still make that resounding thud that always gets you to laugh. Wisconsin, the cow tipping capital of the world.
Yeah. Has anyone actually tipped a cow? It's always that I hear that somebody's saying a friend of theirs did it.
Well, I grew up in Wisconsin and I worked on a dairy farm for a summer. Kind of half a summer. Let's be honest here.
I personally have not tipped a cow.
No, like I say, I hear people claim that a friend of theirs did it, but never anyone who says they actually participated themselves.
Well, welcome to why Trump got elected. Because people will believe anything. Cow tipping does not exist. You're not going to tip over a cow. By pushing it.
I always thought that it was just, it was something that, farmers made up to see how much shit the city slickers would actually believe.
City folk are very gullible when it comes to farming things and outdoor things, unless they're, an outdoors person. That's been one of the most fun things about living out here in rural is being able to laugh at my city person stupidity, but then also to learn how many city people are even stupider than me.
Well,
cow tipping is one of those tests.
And it's not necessarily stupid, if it's something that they have no personal experience with that they're believing.
I don't know. I think if you believe cow tipping, seriously believe it.
Yeah.
That's pretty stupid. But those are the kind of people you like to take snipe hunting. And if someone ever asks you to come snipe hunting, don't. The snipe does exist, but it doesn't. It's not attracted to light the flashlights. It's sleeping at night just like you are, or should be.
Okay.
And how many city slickers actually think that coyotes are a thing that you could actually befriend out in the wild? They'll tear you to shreds.
Oh yeah. Okay. As far as snipe hunting, the only safe way to do it is from a distance. That is why there are professional snipers.
That's right. Can drop a snipe from 1,000 yards. Of course, that 50 caliber shell is really going to make a mess of that little bugger. Oh boy.
Well, see, that's why nobody has ever verified a snipe. There was never enough left to actually identify it.
Well, they're easy to identify before you shoot them. Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, nobody could ever verify that it was a snipe after you hit it.
Mage, was that thing you showed blowing up recent, like from today?
Yeah, apparently it's recent.
Because I'm reading the TV right now. It says vehicle explosion at Trump Las Vegas hotel probed as possible act of terror. And they got a live shot of some hotel looking thing or building looking thing, and there's smoke coming from the base of it and shit.
Well, it could be that people have already determined that sacrificing it as a car bomb is the only suitable use of a Tesla truck.
Looks like a done on something. I don't see anything really.
It looks like the smoke is coming from out of some window or something that isn't normally an opening, but can't see. There's too much smoke. See, doesn't it look like
the fire begins in the front. Here, I got nice fruit. That's the wrong thing.
What's this spell?
Yeah, you can see the fire is starting in the front of the car, and the driver looks like in the driver's seat it's coming out right there.
Yeah, that's how I was thinking. It looks like the fire is starting underneath the car.
Yeah, it's underneath in the window there. And it blows up from the back, looks like.
Well, it may well have been an actual bomb instead of just a Tesla blowing up. The pillars I'm looking at on this building on TV, I can't see the top of the pillars in your shot. Wait, can you blow that up at all?
I don't think so. Let me try. See if I can. Nope, it's not gonna let me do it.
There's some writing on that piece of polished brass above the door.
Probably just a Trump thing.
Oh, there's a date on this.
Yeah, 1/1. Wait, what is it? 25.
25 at
So
8:39. We just don't know what time district.
This is Las Vegas, so or Los Angeles.
Okay, that's
Was it Vegas or Let me check. Double check. It
yeah.
says
I don't know.
here.
I don't know if that's Mountain Time.
Las Vegas. Las Vegas.
Well,
And
is Las Vegas on Mountain Time or on Pacific Time?
I think it's Pacific, but I'm not positive. I also heard that the authorities down in New Orleans do not expect that it was a lone wolf. They think that they were working together with other people.
Okay, so Las Vegas right now is currently 12:37 p.m.
Oh, okay. Well, that's 2 hours, so that's Pacific.
Yeah, I know that the FBI has taken over the investigation in New Orleans because they are considering it to be an act of terrorism.
And I also heard that they've got the death toll up to 15.
Oh,
Hmm?
Well, there was a shitload of people who were injured.
Yeah.
Critically, and apparently they're not making
so
it.
some of them dying in hospital now.
Yeah. God, I wish they didn't have to kill the guy, but you shoot at police, you're going to get shot back at.
Yeah, unfortunately, if they had taken him alive, we probably would know more about what happened.
Oh, you're talking about the Orleans thing.
Yeah.
I thought you were still talking about the Cybertruck thing. I was like, what?
No.
They identified him and said his name, but some names you can make a good guesstimate of, the ethnicity or the culture that they come from and stuff. But I could not tell from that name if it was anywhere. I just couldn't tell.
Yep. Well, that's why I picked a new name that has absolutely nothing to do with my actual heritage. No, I just picked it because I like the translation.
You changed your last name too?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, I had changed my last name in the 90s as a workaround to not being able to adopt my stepdaughter. So I had changed from my birth name changed it to my stepdaughter's last name, because then, since I was signing all of her school papers with the same last name, no one ever questioned it. But I couldn't actually adopt her because her biological father wasn't willing to sign off on that.
Well, looking at the story on the Cybertruck, looks like one person did die with 7 others were injured.
Jeez.
And that said what the cause of the blast was, whether it was something wrong with the vehicle or some mixture. So they haven't released whether it was rigged to blow up or if it was something wrong with the car.
Huh. Well, according to that time, then that was on the. No, okay. That would have been like around 10 a.m. our time on that film that you have.
Yeah. This just recently happened.
They're interviewing a relative of somebody who was at the New Orleans thing. It makes me a little concerned about the Rose Bowl and various things that are going to be going on yet today.
Yeah. Yeah, where that's going to be attracting huge crowds.
No, it looks to me from the explosion that was the battery blowing up. I guess we'll find out. I mean, they could have rigged something on it to blow that part of it up too. So,
What was that, Mage? I missed what you said there.
oh, it looks to me like the battery blew up on the Tesla.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. That looked like it started underneath, so that would have been where the battery pack is.
But
a battery pack is fully enclosed. It does not meet the environment.
Yeah,
Unless you go
providing it
cause a
doesn't
scream
leak.
and can't get out. Or the parts where it's connected directly to the body, the ground system is so bad it kills me. Oh,
Katina, I have felt that crowds are always a bad idea because they're always too peoply. I could deal with crowds if there weren't so many people showing up for them. And please do correct me if I'm not pronouncing your name right.
well,
that goes for all of us. I hate mispronouncing names.
Well, here's another. This is a different Cybertruck that caught fire and burned up. But you can see similar sparks from similar areas of it catching fire.
Yeah, see, this is the kind of thing I was wondering about was like, the battery pack got flooded with salt water.
Yeah, it looks like it.
See how at the wheel they each have their independent flame?
Mhm.
Yep.
I believe the Cybertruck is a four motor electric.
Yes, I think you're
Yeah.
right. But there's
And
a
that
separate
tells me
motor
that
for
they
each
severely
wheel.
overheated it because they were stuck or something. didn't know how to drive, so they burned it up trying to get
Yeah.
out. Which I've also seen on a BMW, to be honest. Although it wasn't an electric car, a guy turned off his tracking. It's
Yeah.
four-wheel drive that works by way of hubs and stuff, mechanical, and burned up one of the left front so badly it ignited and took the car.
Well, according to the article that this is attached to, it basically turned the car into rubble. Burned so much.
Yeah, this one, it was probably just that, in the soaking wet sand, he couldn't get any traction to move anywhere.
My. Silly boys and their toys.
Yep. Oh, hey,
I've also heard that Elon has been personally blocking people on Twitter who say bad things about his car.
Yeah. Did you also see the post? Hey, Beck. Did you also see the post that Elon is literally begging people to post happy things on Twitter?
Yes.
Unfortunately, I didn't find that particular post, but if I did, I would have filled it with curse words.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like he's realizing what a cesspool it's become, and he's trying to revive it by getting people to post things that people actually want to see instead of just the constant, mega bullshit.
I thought I did a screenshot of something I found particularly enjoyable.
Oh. And here's yet another one that crashed and burned.
Oh.
Not much left of that one.
What the hell happened there?
Why, that's lovely.
It just crashed into something and then blew up and burned to what you see left. What's left there?
Yeah.
This was a. This happened in Beverly Hills on March 2024. It hopped the curb and came to a stop with its two new front wheels on top of a concrete landscaping wall, and the truck suddenly just boom.
Yep. Well, see, this is, what Jenny was saying about the battery packs are safe as long as they've got that insulating layer between them. If anything compromises that insulating layer, then things go badly wrong.
Oh, here's a fun one. It's from Elon, and it says, there's a response to it. We named Tesla after Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest engineers ever. He was a penniless immigrant whose inventions led to American dominance in electricity generation and usage, which is partially true. Mostly, but partially. The response from somebody is, you didn't name Tesla. Mark Tarpenning and Martin Eberhard did. The guys you fucked over to take control of Tesla and claim it as your own. I guess they got banned.
And
Well, yeah, because if Elon had named it, he would have just called it the X car.
And here's yet another example of apparently is the battery blowing up. This one apparently they managed to put out before it went up completely. But you see it's starting on underneath the car. So something about I guess the casing for the battery pack must be faulty on this thing.
Okay, I think Teslas need to come with that built-in, foam fire suppression device. That if the battery pack overheats, it just, coats it in that foam so oxygen can't get to it.
I'm certainly not a chemist, but I would think there's a certain amount of combustibility just from the battery internally.
Yeah. No, I just meant they should equip them with those fire extinguishers that are specifically made for electrical fires. Because if a battery pack is doing that, you don't want to spray water on it.
I wonder if their wheels are aluminum or magnesium.
So So yeah, it looks like it's very similar to what we saw with the one in front of Trump, where it started up underneath of it, just below the driver's area, passage area.
But if you have magnesium wheels on your car and it's involved in a fire, the fire department is not able to extinguish magnesium. You have to let it burn itself out.
Well, this one apparently it took them 90 minutes to put this thing out. So
Yeah.
And here's a really kicker. I was just trying to find pictures of more shots of the one outside of Trump's hotel, and I found 3 others that blew up.
Oh, damn! I just can't find this.
Make that 4. I found another one.
Well, 200 something. That's an awful high number. I would be very concerned if I built a car and that's what its element went down. I mean, remember, for those of you old enough, do you remember the Pinto and how upset we got because a little bolt tore a hole in the gas tank upon impact? And
I not only remember them, my roommate owned one of those.
I think like 3 people overall died. before Ford handled it. And
Yeah.
everyone's quite upset at that number.
Yeah, well, that was back in the days that the government actually passed some legislation that had some teeth to it.
Doop, doo, doop, doop, doo.
Let's see here. According to Google's AI, Cybertruck does not have magnesium wheels.
Okay,
not.
and
Okay.
Tesla Model 3 with magnesium rims, though.
Well, that's what I mean. A wheel rim.
Yep.
Business people call it a wheel.
okay, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said that between 1970 and 1977, 27 people died because of rear impact crashes with Ford Pintos.
What, 27 you said?
Yep.
Okay. That's pretty bad.
Well, it actually is pretty bad because that was 27 people died in 38 crashes. So as a percentage of the crashes, that's awfully fucking high.
Yeah. And the fix for, what the fix was for that? Bolting a little steel panel that was kind of a weak Z shape in front of the differential or behind the differential between it and the gas tank. And that was all it took to fix.
Yeah.
Cost about $2 in the day. Excuse me.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give it to you. I have been hacking very hard, and considering my my chest muscles are trying to heal from surgery, that's been very painful.
Oh, I've been collecting so many fun photos lately.
Well,
Did you know that? Did you know that Elon Musk has a pseudonym on Twitter? Adrian Dittman, ADRIAN.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah.
Well, somebody decided to start harassing him about that lately. And let's see, where was that other one? There it is. Putting AI together for fun and profit.
Now, see, all we need to bring things totally around is for them to start offering truck nuts as an accessory for the Cybertruck.
I don't know. I've never seen one with a trailer hitch.
Well, that was supposed to be one of their selling points, that they could tow your boat.
Oh, really?
Yep. I've never seen one actually try to tow a trailer, but that was something that was in the promo videos for them. Of course, I suspected the validity of that claim when it turned out that they could not get one to go over a standard size curb. It just doesn't seem that has the torque to be towing anything.
Oh, let's see here.
Well, apparently there are some claims coming out saying that the thing was packed with fireworks. Trying to find the actual source right now, because unfortunately the post doesn't. It says source ABC, but doesn't give a link. So I'm trying to confirm it.
I heard they've been running into some low-income voters who are real concerned at Trump's policies all of a sudden. Oh my, why would that be?
Well, I'm pretty sure that once he is officially sworn in, The Republicans will decide Trump has outlived his usefulness, and will look at the first opportunity to get rid of him to make Vance president.
Yeah, and then we're really in trouble.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that had been their plan all along.
Oh, I agree.
Their problem is going to be, how can they get rid of Trump without getting all the MAGA people to turn against them? Yeah, watching that video and like Mage was saying about the fireworks stuff, it just it does look a bit suspicious that it may have been intentional.
Here we are. An official brief East on the probe told ABC News that the Tesla Cybertruck had a load of fireworks-style mortar on board. Investigators are urgently working to determine a motive and whether the driver intended to set it off an explosion and why.
Well, it's suspicious that it was out in front of a Trump building. I would see that as just lovely if they start really taking each other on in MAGA.
Yeah.
That may quite possibly happen.
I could see it, being the Trump supporters versus the Musk supporters. Which for a lot of them will be difficult to take sides.
Well, from my understanding, a lot of people are going against Musk at the moment.
Yeah.
That's because they think Donnie is so honest and is on their side. And
Well, some of them are starting to realize that canceling Obamacare means they're going to lose their own health insurance. See, they wanted him to get rid of Obamacare, but now they're outraged that he's going to make the Affordable Care Act go away.
Yeah, that's like the old women I've seen at Republican rallies or MAGA rallies, whatever you want to call it, carrying signs that say, "Get your get the government out of my Medicare."
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We can do that. Let's see.
When MAGA fight each other, I call it Clash of the Clans. Oh, hey, Randy.
Oh, I ran into a website that has all kinds of neat alien pictures, drawings, I should say. They're bumper stickers or something, but they're really very well done.
Oh, here's something nice. I found a nice picture of Adrian in Dittman.
I just sent a couple over to MidAmerica.
No, I found a really good one here. What do you think?
I haven't seen that one.
No, I never saw such an image before.
There's something not right about that. He's got a French mustache.
This looks like a rejected character from SCTV. Oh, hey, that.
Your very young picture of Adrian Dittman.
Yep, there he is. There's another one right before or after that. That's him as well, in a slightly different form.
Hmm. Very inflatable.
Yeah, that's our Donnie.
Yawn.
Oh yeah, you got to look at this one. Another one of those just lovely, cute animes that somebody. Well, it's not anime, but AI that somebody came up with. That was the last one I just uploaded.
Oh.
Another in my string of I can't believe this is such an adorable thing and it's just a stupid anime. No, not that one, but yeah, that's the inflatable. Look at that. Isn't that just adorable?
Looks like a Pixar style.
Mm-hmm. It looks like something out of The Incredibles. I wish I could draw that good. God damn.
That's not that would have been drawn. That would have been CG.
I think it's AI.
It probably is AI, but if they made it otherwise, it would have been done through CG.
Well, somebody's using that as their avatar in Twitter.
Yeah, this looks like a pretty good one.
Yeah, that's our Donnie.
Actually, that last character you have up there, I think that may have actually been created by one of the Pixar artists.
See, in order to keep people happy at Mar-a-Lago, Donnie has started to take drag queen lessons. And as you can see, he's doing quite well.
Mm. There you go.
Yeah, if you see any kind of subservient pictures of Donnie being subservient to Elon, post them up on Twitter. I guess apparently they get both of them really upset.
Oh, by all means, fan the flames.
Jeez, what happened to this Cybertruck?
I'm thinking it hit something. I have a picture in here somewhere of one wrapped around a steel pole or whatever pole.
Okay,
but the whole front end just bent around it like two open arms trying to hug the pole.
Is this another angle from that same one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't tell if that's the front or the back myself.
I know what happened with this one. It's obvious. He was trying to make a right-hand turn. He cut it too close, and he hit the curb, so it flipped over.
It's the front. You can see from this picture here. So that second shot that's the front of the car.
The bollard looks untouched.
Mangled mess.
I laugh without any discomfort because these things are all insured.
Oh, hey, Bryce. Well, thanks for your comment.
Happy New Year, Bryce.
Ha! Donnie in white. He never had virtue.
No, if we want to stay traditional, he really should be dressed in red.
Well, traditionally white was only if the bride was a virgin.
Uh-huh.
If she wasn't a virgin, she was supposed to be dressed in blue.
Oh, I haven't heard that about the blue.
Yeah. So like if it was a woman who was widowed and have kids, she wasn't allowed to wear white in the church. She had to wear blue.
I see. Mage, you got any of those others that I uploaded? We can share them.
Yeah.
We seem to have nothing else to talk about here, so.
Yeah, we're having fun with the Cybertrucks.
Yeah.
Well, you know, and this year is only 15 hours old, so there's not a lot to say about it yet.
Well, I did find other images of that one girl.
Oh, well, show.
It's off of Pinterest. Still looking for a name.
Yeah, that's what I look like in the morning. Although my hair isn't that nice.
Yeah, I've seen the character floating around the internet, though I don't really know the background.
God, that's so funny. Send that one to me.
Okay, so that's the one Jenny should use before she's had her coffee.
I think I'm going to have to start a folder and have all these adorable avatars.
Is this one?
Oh, yeah. It's so realistic.
Well, it can't be AI. All the fingers are right.
Oh, they get it right on a few rare models. All right.
You can tweak it enough to get the fingers right. Yeah. Oh, this is a good one.
My therapist has advised me to take the mental health year.
Oh, that's very funny. I love adult cartoons.
Actually, Tubin, I really have believed that, Putin has the sex tapes of Trump with doing the golden shower things.
Okay, according to the tags on Pinterest, this is AI. These are all AI generated.
What did you search to find all these?
I just did a Google image search on the on the image that you sent.
Oh, these all came up as similars.
Yeah, and then I came up with similar, and it was a Pinterest, and I clicked on the first one, and I've been going through what Pinterest had.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just uploaded one that has nothing to do with avatars, but it's the last one I uploaded. So yank that one. This is the best implementation of numerics that I've ever seen. I mean, we have all seen other people do similar kind of. I'm trying not to certain expressions of this particular number. But this one really makes me just giggle.
Yeah, the one you put in the Twitter group yesterday.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, like I said, I would so do that if I had that number.
Is that like so well done? I love how they trail off at the end like a dripping faucet.
I'm tempted to go upstairs and do it to that door, even though I have no idea who lives there.
See the person who lives there or coming home, looking at their door, like, what the hell?
Yeah, well, I could see the building manager calling me in and saying, "You are aware that we've got security cameras in all the corridors, aren't you?"
Before I looked at the image, I thought it was like ants.
Mm-hmm. The other one I think is really funny of a pie is somebody who took a pie and actually carved into the edge of it pie. 3.1415, blah, 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 blah. All the way around it until they ran out of space anyway.
How could you run out of space? I mean, we've got multiple galaxies.
I've always wanted to make a pizza in the shape of the pi symbol.
Hey, Sumami.
Hi, honey bunny.
The far right nativity scene. No unmarried mothers, no Middle Eastern people, no refugees, no one seeking emergency accommodation, and definitely no wise men.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, I should do that in the house, in front of the house here. A mega Christmas.
Well, you know, have you ever tried explaining to them that since he was born in Egypt, Moses would have been a black man?
Possibly likely dark skinned, yeah. Not necessarily a black man, though.
Well, you know, by MAGA standards. Oh, yeah, and the other people who have having a problem with Trump is the group Latinos for Trump.
Oh, no
is
kidding.
acting surprised that they risk being deported.
Exactly how is that a surprise?
That's the part I can't figure out is, you know, how did you not see this coming when you voted for him?
Well, it has a bit to do with your grade point average, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to tell them that, they can't deport 20 million migrate, and seeing as there's only 11 million who are unauthorized here.
Yeah. Well, and at the same time, Trump is saying that he's going to deport all the migrants. Musk is saying that he wants to bring in more workers for his factories.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's
Go
the thing. That's the thing that's got a lot of the right up in arms about Elon right now.
Yeah.
I have to stand with Elon on this one. I can't believe I'm saying that, but this country has had a problem with its brilliant people who come here to learn and practice things. Everyone I've ever talked to, and I'm talking people who are like doctors and surgeons and things like this. They say they have a hell of a time getting in here, and that they have to file all sorts of paperwork every year or so. And they say at one point they export you or toss you out regardless, and you can't do anything about it. You're gone because you're a foreigner. And it's like, how can you do that to somebody who's so valuable to our culture, who wants to stay here, who loves the country? You know, it's.
We need immigrants. That's what 1 million green cards are issued per year. Or be honest, we need the best and the brightest. That's a EB1 and 01 and visas are for. Be honest. I need cheap labor for my companies. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing that a corporate guy like him depends on. So when you're on a HB1 visa, you cannot quit your job or you have to leave the country immediately.
Yep.
And so he sees these as employees that have to do whatever shit he wants them to. And he can treat them however badly he wants to.
Well, that's generally been the case of any company that hires a significant number of immigrant workers.
So effectively indentured servitude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why we have the migrant workers picking crops. Is that they're basically living in accommodations that we would never tolerate, and they're here for a couple of months, during the harvest season, and then they can send them back across the border again.
I saw a talk on just a little video the other day. An economist who did some what he believes are real calculations of what's going to happen, what's it going to cost us to ship some of these people out, and it's going to come out to several trillion over the span of like 3 to 5 years or something like that.
Well, because of all the anti-immigrant stuff they've already pushed, Florida's economy is tanking because they don't have the laborers to pick the crops or to do the construction.
Yeah. What the guy went on further to say is that he believes that particularly with the farm issues with immigrants, that we can expect in the next year to see our food prices go up 2,000 to 3,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fresh produce is going to be completely out of the budget now.
Well, all produce will, because the immigrants pick the stuff that's in a can too.
Yep.
That's basically all food.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already seeing some stuff going up, but at grocery stores, I was just there earlier today.
Yeah.
I was out yesterday and I paid $5 for a dozen eggs.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's in anticipation of the crap that Trump's going to be pulling. They're jacking up the prices now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, they jacked up the prices during COVID. They blamed it on supply chain issues. And they kept jacking them up. And now they've got another excuse to keep jacking them up. It's not like the price is ever going to go down once they've got it up.
Oh, really?
Oh. Where's... We have a computer scientist.
A mad one. Or are you just angry?
She changed her hair color.
Yeah, Tsunami's got a point there too. Half of the employees at Mar-a-Lago are immigrants.
Well, Donnie will just hire himself as a dishwasher.
Okay, why were we playing musical chairs there?
I was trying to hit the right one.
We lost our computer scientist.
I went to the smaller one so everybody could fit in the screen without having their name covered up, and I hit the wrong one to switch back to the bigger one.
I don't know, Heathen. What do Trump and the KKK have in common? I mean, I know what it is,
people.
But let's hear what the joke says. What? It's fucking snowy?
Okay, we have a brick wall. There's the porpoise. Did you say it's snowing? It's
Over
been
here,
raining
yeah.
all night here.
It doesn't even necessarily mean that they even have to have that much. They just say, "Hey, yeah, we opened the door and they could roam around if they wanted to, and have like them incapable of actually roaming around." And
Yeah.
There we go. That's better. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
How are you
He-
doing?
Yeah.
Heathen, if I was attractive enough, I would go and track down Trump and try to get in bed with him, as long as somebody can sneak in and take pictures. I think that would be a wonderful, and Elon too, for that matter.
You can't tell me as a photographer you can't figure out ways to get pictures on your own. Without paying someone.
Well, he would be probably on his property or something, and I wouldn't have access to it.
Hi, Athena. Are you still mad at me? You can eat your cat food again.
well, she's shoving her butt in your face, so
But she always does that. And she's not a huge fan of being picked up generally.
Yep. Lots of cats aren't.
She only puts up with being picked up if she can get to a higher spot.
Well, unfortunately, Petunia and Sammy still both assume that anytime they're getting picked up, they're going to be stuffed into the carrier, so they're not fans of it.
I generally leave the carrier there as like a little cave for her, so she can go to that if she wants to retreat somewhere.
Yeah, that's the same. I leave it out, and sometimes Sammy will go and lay in there.
But generally when she gets put in the carrier, she's not, at least that's something she doesn't enjoy.
Yeah.
Like a car trip, a vet's visit, being boarded last week.
Yeah, I'm sure she did not appreciate being in a strange place without you.
Well, it wasn't entirely strange. She's been there before, but...
Yeah. But still, the smell of lots of other animals.
Oh, I mean, they were all cats, so I hope. And the vet does like you, Athena. And they got rid of that technician that was mean to you last year.
Yeah, I just, before I had my surgery, I knew I had to get my cats in to the groomer to get Petunia, get her shaved so she doesn't get her mats, because I'm not going to be able to do much for picking them out of her. And mostly to get all of them to have their nails clipped and to have their ears cleaned. Sammy's had a history of ear infections if he doesn't get his ears cleaned enough.
And she won't let you do it? Or he won't let you do it?
No, he hates me playing with his ears because when he had the ear infection, I had to pin him down and put drops in his ears every day.
Yeah, Athena
So now he doesn't like me to touch his ears.
Athena's not a big fan of that either because she got ear mites a couple of times when she was younger and she wouldn't let me touch her ears, so the vet had to clean them out. Where's that? Oh, there we are. So, what are your plans for the new year, everyone? Or did we already do this because I came in late because...
I've made a resolution that this is going to be the year I get pregnant.
Really, my resolution is to not solve the 3n+1 problem or the P versus NP problem.
I think I just want to become an alcoholic and have this entire next 4 years be a blur.
That's a plan I might get on board with, but I'm going to try my plan of beating it into submission. I've just had so many crappy years in a row that no, I'm just not going to take shit from this one. This one's going to be a good year, whether it wants to be or not.
There's a guy on TV right now who is living in the fuselage of a Spirit Airlines plane.
I was watching something on YouTube where someone turned in like an old Great Lakes freighter into a house. Just like the front end.
Yeah, I saw a thing of somebody who had taken a fuselage from like a private jet and actually turned it into an over-the-road camper.
I also there's like a restaurant and bar like going into Pottsville in Pennsylvania where it was built to look like an airplane was crashing into it. So you see like part of an airplane sticking out of a building.
Yeah.
If you pass it.
This guy looks like he's probably in his late 40s, early 50s. And I noticed in the films that he only has a single bed. That explains why.
Oh, maybe he's asexual.
Would you ever marry a guy who lives in an old airplane?
How big is the airplane and how much money does he have?
Yeah,
It's a Spirit Airline, Boeing something or other.
he might just find, the right woman who thinks it's cool, and is just impressed that he built that himself.
Well, it hasn't said anything about him building it himself.
But the whole thing with being asexual is he'll probably want things out of a relationship I don't. And don't feel a great need for.
Yeah.
Well, if he put it on some kind of gimbal system, you can use the cockpit for a really cool place to play flight simulator computer games.
And that's an uncomfortable silence.
Okay, well, just another thing on that.
My sound go out. That could be it.
Well, another thing on that Tesla Cybertruck exploding. It was the driver who died. So apparently the driver was in the car at the time.
Oh. Okay. That tends to mean that maybe it wasn't intentional, or maybe that something went wrong with the plan.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, Windows, you have Python installed.
I remember one story I read about a guy who had outfitted, his car to be a car bomb, but he didn't quite reach his destination because he had set it on a timer. And well, his cell phone automatically adjusted when he crossed the time zone, so he thought he still had an hour.
So he was going east
Yeah.
for the time zones. Whereas I would have to wait an extra hour. To go to the nearest, because
If you can be doing a timer with your, I'm not going to mention it.
Well, that's why you use UTC time, and don't worry about that.
I think there are other ways of not worrying about it, but I'm not going to get into it.
Or just use a timer.
I'm going to not worry about it by not building a car bomb.
Yeah.
Or not build a car bomb.
Just don't build the freaking car bomb.
Hey, you can't put a challenge in front of me like that and expect me not to try to solve it. Even if I don't do it literally.
Well, yeah, with you, it's all about doing the numbers.
It's not even numbers. It's just a technical challenge.
YouTube, we are not endorsing in building car bombs.
So, mommy, how does one fuck time? I mean, I just want to know. If I could get a fuck from anywhere, I'd be happy. So any source is useful.
Okay, Mage, do I have to put that disclaimer on the video that gives the directions on how to do it?
How to do what?
What we were just discussing, I'm not going to say as a full sentence in this.
No.
Well, none of us know how to do it, I'm pretty sure. And if you do, I don't need to know. I can't tell you how many times I've had to tell students as like a substitute teacher, it's like, I am right here. Don't say this stuff in front of me.
Yeah. Oh.
Like they're telling me they plan on skipping their next class. It's like, you realize I still have to tell. It's like, I can't ignore this. I still have to go to like let the dean know what you're doing.
I know the only time I actually skipped class was accidental.
I mean, there's stuff legally I can't ignore and shouldn't, but there's some stuff it's like, if you're just going to do typical student stuff, you don't say what you're going to do in front of any teacher.
Though I did almost walk out of a class once.
Oh, I intentionally skipped some classes.
I never skipped. Well, I did skip a detention in high school, but that's it.
Hmm.
And the reason I didn't get in any trouble for it was because it was right before I graduated.
I'm surprised I didn't get in trouble for missing that classes. I got preoccupied with the book report. I was in the library and lost track of time. Well, actually, there's one other time they changed the schedule around on me. I didn't realize it, but that wasn't.
No, I mean, it's something like that happens like the first day or of school, or the school where I've been working does semesters. So the first day of a new semester where you have new classes and don't know where they are yet. I mean, they're probably not going to say too much because things like that happen all the time. But
Yeah.
But fortunately, none of the rest of you have to worry about high school anymore. So.
But oddly enough, it was all happening with the one class I almost walked out on too. So not a big deal. I missed it. Did not like that teacher.
Yeah.
You know, the nice thing about graduating high school is, and for a while, is like there are teachers that I am fine with never having seen after I graduated high school.
The nice thing about graduating from high school is I don't have to be in high school.
You know, I've only got one teacher from my entire elementary and high school career that I didn't like, that I would hope dies soon, and he did.
Just one? Wow.
Yeah, honest to God, I was blessed with a whole bunch of very good teachers.
You're lucky.
Who were extremely human. They still had their discipline and stuff, but they were just really good people.
Yeah, I don't like.
In fact, my most favorite teacher, one of my most favorite teachers, Miss Steiger, who was my Latin teacher, she made the deal that if you are a senior and you skip out on senior skip out day, for punishment you have to take the semester exam, no matter how good your grades were. In Milwaukee Public Schools, if you reached a certain grade average in a given class, you didn't have to take exams. And I'd gotten 4 straight A's in Hawaii in Latin for my entire high school career, and I skipped out on senior skip out day, and she made me take the goddamn exam, and I wouldn't. I handed it back to her completely blank. Sorry. one day ever, and somebody skips out, and you're gonna come down hard and heavy. No, sorry,
No.
Miss Tiger. I got an F, but I still got a B+ for the semester.
Yeah, well, see, that's for me. It's like I skipped a history class because, well, the teacher started out on the first day of the class saying that he was hired to be the football coach, but state law required him to teach a class. So I was like, okay, if that's as much as you're planning to put into this class, that's as much as I'm going to put into this class. And I ditched it most days, but they couldn't fail me because I did so well on the test, because going into it, I knew more history than he taught the class anyway.
Fortunately, I was removed out of the class early on in the year, but I kind of wish I had stayed in that one class. It was a middle school science class. But basically, the first day, the teacher said, if anybody's making higher here than a B in this class, then I'm giving you harder work.
Oh yeah, that's a good way to incentivize your best students.
I actually really do wish I'd stayed in that class, because I probably would have learned a lot.
What was the subject?
Science.
Oh.
I didn't want anybody doing, if they did too good in the class, they would have given them hard work. I probably would have liked that class if I'd stayed in there.
And when you took your biology course, did you learn all about X and Y chromosomes? And so, like, now that you're an adult, you know that there's only X and Y and only male and female, and all those trans people suck.
No, but I did learn that 4,500 years ago, there were only 14,000 different animals.
Oh, really?
No,
well,
fortunately, I didn't get that. Yeah, our science teacher, it's like, we were going through the evolution stuff, and he was very good at that. And then I think he was required to, that he said that, and then there's some people that, believe this stuff, that, all these animals evolved over a couple thousand years, but, we don't have to talk about that.
The closest I got to talking about evolutionary biology was Mendel's peas.
Yeah, well, that's, the entire part of what he was willing to entertain about the creationist thing, he waved away in 2 sentences.
Tsunami, is there any such thing as a great porn?
Do you remember the sentences?
Not exactly, but like I was saying, that he just, he mentioned that some people believe it happened this way. That was about it.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, yeah, he spent about 2 minutes on the biblical version, and then we spent 6 weeks on the actual version of the phylogeny tree.
I had to teach myself all that on my own.
Yeah.
When you went through high school biology, and we're talking about Greg Mendel and all those, and his band of merry men, did they make you do fruit fly experiments?
I don't remember doing any fruit fly experiments. I just remember looking at a textbook.
Yeah, we didn't do the
think
fruit
in
fly
Florida they
experiments
wouldn't want you to do
ourselves.
those. With fruit being such an issue down there. Up here, you got fruit flies, or they're dead in 6 months.
Tell me about it. I don't know how, but they keep winding up in my refrigerator. So it's like I have dozens of frozen fruit flies in the bottom of my refrigerator now.
Me too.
Yeah, they get in my freezer too. I have to clean them up regularly.
Well, we did the fruit fly experiments as well, which I actually found to be very interesting. Myself as a student, I really liked biology class. But then at the end of the experiments, where they want you to drop a little carbon tip down each one of those fruit fly bottles, I instead dropped a few of those fruit flies down an empty bottle and took them down to the cafeteria and then there. We had fruit flies in the cafeteria for the rest of the year.
I didn't get very good education from school.
Yeah. Well, yeah, where I went through, through elementary school and through my first 2 years of high school, was a mostly Jewish community. So, it was Jewish moms that were in control basically of the school board and the PTA and everything. So that they couldn't really push any of the Christian propaganda on us.
We didn't have any issue with that in any of my school. It just was not an issue. You will learn what the school offers you, and fuck your religion. We don't care. Yeah,
that was also this was in Illinois, so the state standards, back in the 70s, they were not tolerating that much of that in the public schools.
Illinois, one of the 4 states around us that has legalized marijuana in some form. I personally love that the dispensaries in Illinois will advertise, pay for billboards, saying, "Come to us to violate Indiana law." Well, that's not what they're literally saying, but that's what they're saying.
So advertising your purchase will be discreetly wrapped in a plain brown paper bag.
I have no idea. I don't. Someone kind of dating didn't work out because there's a difference between believing marijuana should be legal and dedicating your life to weed, and I don't think dedicating your life to weed is a good thing.
Yeah, I would agree there. I mean, like they say, too much of a good thing. These are the sort of things you have to do in moderation, especially if they have the potential to, alter your emotional responses to things.
Yes, all things in moderation.
Yeah, and then she left like her paraphernalia in my car, and I had to throw it out. And she got mad at me. It's like,
well, marijuana made me trans.
It's okay, I do, and it's like, hey, I can't have these things in my car.
Jenny, is that why it took me until I was in my mid-50s before I could transition?
Yes.
Because I'm generally immune to marijuana?
Yes, that's exactly correct.
I don't think that's the way it works.
Oh yeah, it is. It's a proven fact.
Yeah, I don't think marijuana makes people trans.
I would think that Jenny would have more experience with this than anyone else I know. So I think I've, got to pay attention to what she's saying.
See, I think it's a correlation does not equal causation thing. Because we all know autism makes people trans, just like vaccines cause autism. So that means vaccines cause people to be trans.
I have been consuming a particular fibrous matter since 1971.
Listen, if you eat mattresses, that's your choice.
Well, my favorite is Posturepedic.
What do you think of the memory foam as opposed to the old cotton mattresses?
I would much prefer the cotton.
And what type of wine goes best with it?
None. All wine sucks. All wine is vinegar with food coloring.
I had some cheap wine in last night. before I switched over to Tullamore Dew honey.
Yeah, I've been trying to find, just some pleasant wines, and I don't know anything about wines, so it's hard to find one that I would really like.
Well,
Yeah,
I
it's
would
just-
suggest you start off with Mogan David, or
I've done that already.
It's all
well,
just
then
rotten
stick
grape.
with that.
It's all just rotten grape juice to me.
All right.
Yeah,
I would
I-
suggest getting a little bit of rum and maybe mixing it with Coca-Cola and
Ew.
skipping the wine.
Well, that's why I generally stick to just the whiskey and mixing it with ginger ale.
I like to mix it with spit. When you drink it, it gets mixed with spit.
I did have some Jägermeister last night.
Now, Ivy, that's too bad, because I understand that there were some really good virtual wines.
That gets you virtually drunk.
Well, no, they only get your avatar drunk. They don't actually affect you.
Oh, okay.
Trump does. I don't
Yeah.
even think Trump. How do I want to say this? It's not that he's not racist, but I think he doesn't care as long as people are making him money.
No, I disagree. He may tolerate them in his presence and things like that, but I don't. I mean, the man was busted for not renting to black people because they were black. It's that's just not a business decision.
I think he's one of those people that he was raised in a racist household, so he never learned why it's wrong.
I think the good Trump. Oh, I think he's just a textbook sociopath.
Mm-hmm.
Why did we elect this man again?
Yeah, I can't understand how he won after people had already seen what he did the first time around.
America the stupid.
Because Americans are idiots.
Yeah, it just shows, I think, how many people are indoctrinated by, like Fox News and never see a counterpoint.
It's more than that.
No, I know that's not the only thing, but I think that's, definitely a very big component of it. Hey, Kyle.
Kyle? Hey, that guy
Uncle
owes me
Kyle.
money. Cosmic, got any great space photos you'd like to share today?
Is that,
All right.
what was it? Dead Kennedy in Space had put up a new video in the wee hours.
Oh, are they still around?
Oh yeah. The output's slow just because he does so much research for everything.
Hi, Tori. Happy New Year. And Happy New Year to you too, Kyle.
I just wish I could remember what the subject of his new one was.
A blizzard coming. What state do you live in that a blizzard is coming to?
Can we have one?
No,
Oh, there we are.
we don't want a blizzard.
Oh, come on. We haven't had a proper blizzard in all the time I've been back here.
Do you know lizards do have categories? Learned this fairly recently. It's called the Northeastern Snowfall Impact Scale.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently I've been through 2 Category 5 blizzards. One was in 1993, and the other was in 1996.
Back when I was in Milwaukee, we went through two blizzards in 2 weeks in 1977. We got cleaned up from the first one, almost cleaned up, and the second one hit. And it got so bad that the city was picking up cars with a forklift and stacking them on top of each other in empty lots.
Yep.
Because there was too much shit stuck on the street.
I remember that. Okay, yeah, the Dead Kennedy in Space is a history of rocket failures.
A history of rocket failures?
Yep. So I just dropped a link in the YouTube chat for it. You can go check that out later. But yeah, he only posts like one video every couple of months because he spends so much time researching.
Yeah, that can take up a lot of time.
Yeah, Heathen Granny, I'm not sure if if being a Catholic Spanish lady would get you through. Because if they just considered you Hispanic, they would probably try to deport you anyway. Oh, okay. Apparently, Ivy Chan's familiar with Dead Kennedy. Yeah. He does make documentaries. One series he did that I rather liked was he did a thing about the various landers we sent to Mars, but he narrated each of them from the robot's point of view.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still on his channel if you go back probably close to 2 years now. Well, I'm thinking of winding it up here because I still not getting a lot of sleep.
What? You're gonna destroy the day for the audience because you can't get sleep.
I don't think they're all that. I don't think the stream ending early is going to destroy their day, but I could be wrong. I mean, most of them are probably still recovering from hangovers.
I was just about to show off my anus here. Your anus.
Where did you get pictures of my butt?
NASA. They have a really powerful scope in your bedroom.
Oh, so they finally took this up with the flat earthers and turned the Hubble around to take a picture of Earth?
No, that's Uranus. Why would I lie about that?
Oh yeah, apparently the solar probe they sent, I forget what they called it.
Hot stuff.
Yeah, but it's going to be plunging to the sun's interior shortly. And due to the sun's gravity, it is going to break the record for the fastest moving man-made object ever.
Yeah, I heard its orbit's pretty fast already. I forget what it was, but I was shocked when I heard it.
Yeah, but when it actually plunges into the sun, just the gravity of the sun is going to pull it down so fast that it will move faster than anything we've ever built before.
But do we deserve the credit when it was the sun's energy that brought it in and not our engine technology?
That was my reaction at first. Was that that's really cheating, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Just because you can crash it faster, does that count?
Solar powered. Mm.
Okay, made just a point there. It is actually being powered by the sun, yes.
Solar powered. Oh yeah, okay, I get the joke.
Yeah.
So, Porpoise, what have you got coming up?
Well, I'm just going to enjoy the last few days off. So I'm going to be busy starting on the 6th, I think.
Ah,
Although I should get the one thing I have done. But right now, I'm just going to spend the day at home. Because the theme is done chewing me out now. But she's still very nervous I'm going to leave again.
yeah, I'd be insecure like that for a while. I'm not sure why Ethan is feeling very insecure today. He's laying up on the back of the chair, and every time I move, he has to extend a leg out to make sure he's touching me.
See, my dogs always thought I was abandoning them if I took the garbage out.
Yeah.
Come back and, oh my God, I haven't seen you forever.
You're gone forever and ever. I know.
Yeah,
I counted.
Dogs have no sense of time,
But they do. Why can a dog, if they have no sense of time, how is it that a dog, and I observe my dog and other dogs do this, that at the time of the day a person usually gets home, they're at the window looking and waiting.
That's true. That's true. They do get used to their human schedule.
I mean, Athena waits for me at the window.
You have cats. They don't care.
No, she actually does wait at the window. I assume that's partly because she can look out and see squirrels, birds, and...
Yeah. I have cats and I have never had a schedule, so...
But as soon as she sees me, she gets right down and comes to the door.
I want a golden retriever so bad.
Yeah, I wish I had room for a dog. But I also don't like the tiny little dogs. They're just tripping hazards. I need a dog that comes up at least knee high on me.
Well, there's lots of those.
Yeah, unfortunately, in this little apartment, I don't think there's room for one. I think that would be unfair to the dog.
We love you too, heathen.
Well, some large breed dogs actually do good in small spaces. And then how active they are.
Oh, I got another schmaltzy thing I want to say to the chat. Chat, you guys, any of you who maybe of the situation that you're able to donate to your local food pantries, as a person who actually uses food pantries, I would like to appreciate and say how much I appreciate your efforts and kindness. And thank you, and I hope you're financially able to keep it up for forever.
Oh, and I would also give a tip to those that, if you can afford to actually, buy stuff to donate, that things that are really appreciated are the things that they can't buy on food stamps. Dish soap, paper towels, toilet paper, things like that. Yeah, they can be a pretty big boon.
Our food pantry actually has all that stuff available. Also, women's sanitary products. What other stuff? Oh, gang extension cords. You know, the power strip,
Oh,
that power strips they give out. You know, it's like what? But people need them. They give out light bulbs, all kinds of stuff.
yeah.
But what I would like to also say to you guys who may contribute to the food pantries is, come on, lay off the macaroni and cheese with the powder. At least pick the one with the cheese sauce, okay?
Hey, the Cheetos ones are pretty good.
I don't know.
it's
Do they
really
come with
hard
a
to
sauce or a powder?
It's really hard to do baked macaroni and cheese that way.
Oh,
So,
the
Mage, what are you working on?
oh well, I'll probably be starting back up on doing videos for my channels pretty soon here, and we'll have the midnight showing if you guys can make it tomorrow.
Leftover parts are proof you made it
Yeah,
better.
we'll be starting on something new. We just wrapped up the last anime.
We'll be doing some movies.
So be a good time for, anyone else who has time free on Thursday night. If you want to, join us, just send Mage a note.
I post the link in the DM on Twitter or X there, and
Yep.
You can send me a message either on Twitter X or on Blue Sky to get access
It really is lots of fun, folks. Mage picks these various films, anime, and other things that are very enjoyable to watch. And then for intermission, he always does this little naked dance. It's really cute. It's
And
kind
if
of
you
halfway
pay him-
between a polka and a waltz.
And if everyone sends him $100, he stops.
Yeah, I won't
Thanks
even
for
comment
that,
on
too.
how many things he can do with a chicken.
Hey. People get arrested for that, you know.
Spoilers.
I won't comment on it.
Hey, Mage, how is it that you're able to have a whole picture there for your thing, and I'm only able to have and Porpoise too, and I'm only able to have a little circle thing.
I'm using split cam. Turn off my camera.
How am I able
Turn
to
on
do
my
what?
camera.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, using a virtual camera, it fills up the circle.
I see.
I've got to reinstall split cam. Something went weird with mine.
Oh, it always is. I'm always periodically having to reinstall the damn thing, even though it's already installed.
Oh, okay. So that's not just me.
No,
Well,
you just click yes and let it do its thing, and then it'll say it's already running, and it'll start back up. We'll be fine.
Love them PC programs,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Well, it's
I've
like
known-
I've used it several times, and it's like each time it'll work for a month or two, and then it just it all gets corrupted and it won't work.
Well, that seems to be exclusive to SplitCam. I don't have that problem with any other program.
Is that available for a Mac, or I mean for iOS?
I don't know. Let me
How have
check.
you not gotten the laptop set
I'm
up yet?
checking Mage. I'm checking Mage.
Actually, I'm pretty sure SplitCam was available for the iOS.
Yeah, I have my cam on.
Yeah.
See
I see.
that pennant back there?
Oh,
pendant
yeah.
back there is.
Split cam live stream. All right. Well, I tell you what, I will.
It's something I'm glad it
I will
actually
get
is
it and see if we can make this happen.
Yeah, you need to get that laptop set up and going if you haven't already.
I don't have Wi-Fi yet, honey.
Then go to a cafe and get it set up, or a library.
Yeah, does your local library, have a free Wi-Fi you could use?
Yeah, I just have to get to it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, also tomorrow in this town, the public transportation they offer is going to be free. All we need to do was get a Democratic mayor. To be fair, it wasn't that expensive before.
Okay, is it going to stay free then, or?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it was nice here that as an offshoot of COVID, for the first 2 years I was here, the buses were free. And then they went back to normal fares. Okay, well, I guess with that then, does anyone else have any final words or?
May the odds be ever in your favor.
Well, just a few words here. It was the best of times, is the worst of. Was that too long?
How about Montauk had been a fireman for 10 years?
Montauk? I don't get it.
It
the lines
doesn't
of
seem to
Fahrenheit
work.
451, which is much shorter than the Dickens novel
Okay.
Mage was quoting.
All right. Well, everybody have a good day. Try to have a good year. And we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Be gay, do crime.